Welcome to another episode of Reelists podcast. I am Mark Musso.
And I am Luke.
Okay, fair enough. It's been a while, Luke. It's been a while. I know we said that last time, but it has.
It's been a long time, honestly.
I know.
So much for the Hellraiser marathon.
Yeah, you know, I'm honestly not too upset that we didn't do that.
Yeah, they only get worse.
Yeah, they really do. And the first one was, I tried to watch it again.
Yeah.
I didn't, is the main story, but
yeah, I don't know. It's a classic, but I guess.
Yeah, it's a classic, but it's below average. Visuals.
Yeah, well, see, the thing that's great about it is the visual effects. Those are fantastic.
Yeah. But none of that matters because we have a whole new system going on now.
Whole new system.
This episode of Realist Podcast, we're going to be talking about the Star Wars Episode 7 teaser trailer, the Jurassic World trailer, and the Terminator Genesis trailer.
Oh, God.
Yeah. The Marvel film list and the DC film list up until the year 2020, which is ridiculous. The Suicide Squad cast has been announced. And also Sony-pocalypse, which is the dubbed name of the big Sony hack that happened, which is just fucking hilarious. And Luke will tell you about an independent film that you should check out this podcast. So, to start off this podcast, I'm going to tell Luke about something that he may or may not know. Luke, have you heard about the possibility of Nolan's next movie?
No, I haven't.
Well, fresh off of Interstellar, obviously.
All right.
He has been considered and I believe asked to direct a movie called Ready Player One. Which would be a weird thing for me and you, because I, love video games and you love Nolan, so it would be like a match made in harmony for us. But it's not really based on a video game. It's kind of based on a kid goes into a virtual reality world, and instead of from what I've gathered from it, it's based on a book, but from what I gathered, it's instead of being like a superhero, like this, saver of the virtual reality universe, he literally just goes in there and just fucks around. But it's supposed to be an amazing book, and it's a New York Times bestseller, as is every single book that ever comes out. And Nolan's pretty much considered to direct, but also to consider direct is Edgar Wright. But it
oh boy,
it kind of
I'm leaning on Edgar Wright for that one.
Yeah, but my problem with it is that there's one picture that I saw, and it looked like Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, really?
And while Scott Pilgrim's my second favorite movie in the entire damn universe, I still kind of don't want to see another
Part 2.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to see Edgar Wright repeat himself. Really.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that'd be a weird one for Nolan to do. So it would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I was always interested. Nolan apparently he did have a script for a Howard Hughes biopic. Have you heard about this?
No, not at all.
Well, he had a script for Howard Hughes, and apparently Jim Carrey was supposed to star.
Ooh.
And Nolan went on record saying it's the best thing he's ever written, but then The Aviator came out. So I know The Aviator exists, but I would honestly be more interested in seeing that. I don't know. When you see Interstellar, it's hard to imagine what Christopher Nolan's going to do after it, because it's such an ambitious film. How do you go? What do you do after that?
Yeah, and I'd obviously have to read this book. From what I've read, I'm very interested. And the writer of it worked really closely with the writer of the book, so that's pretty cool too. So, but I want to read the book, and if it seems like something that Nolan would do, then that's cool. But I can't tell if it's as zany as Scott Pilgrim is, but from what I read, it seemed like it's very similar in tone.
Yeah, honestly, I'll be on board with whatever Nolan does. I know in the past couple of years, since The Dark Knight Rises, he's gotten a bit of a backlash. But I think if you're a fan of cinema, I think it'd be kind of ridiculous to say that he's not an important figure in filmmaking right now, if not one of the most important figures in filmmaking.
Oh, I definitely think he's important, and if anything, he's one of the hardest working directors in film right now.
Yeah, and keeping in-camera effects and lack of CGI alive.
Right. Especially in these giant movies where there is obviously CG in some things, but...
Yeah, but did you know that he didn't use any green screen on Interstellar?
So what did he do for, like, space shots?
Dude, it was, like, the old days. Dude, he has, like, you can look inside the studio. It's, like, painted, like, backgrounds of space and all the, like, shots that the crew is seeing from inside the spaceship of what's going on outside. He projected all the images on the screen. So everything the actors are seeing, or everything you see in the film, the actors are seeing as well. Like, they've all gone on record saying we never had to act to a green screen. It was all projected for us, or
That's right. I have to see the movie. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, but there's CG in it, but
all right.
Really, there's hardly, it's not really noticeable.
It depends on the kind of movie you're making, I guess, but I mean, whatever. It doesn't really matter.
I know it doesn't. You haven't seen it.
So, yeah. I'll know whenever
your opinion's invalid.
Oh, well, I was just going to say that, like, there's movies like Gravity where it's very CGI driven, but I didn't care because that was the whole point.
Yeah. Well, we have to talk. Oh, I will say one thing, and then we'll move off Interstellar since you haven't seen it yet. There's a 5-minute sequence in Interstellar that, it's sort of a similar element of drama that Gravity creates.
Mm-hmm.
And that 5 minutes is 10 times better than the entire hour and a half of Gravity, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
All right, let's move on.
All right, Luke, have you seen the Terminator Genesis trailer? I know that you have, but...
Yes, it's terrible.
It's fucking awful.
Dude, it's so bad, honestly.
What was your least favorite part of it?
I think, the part that... Oh, wait, the opening shot, like, when I saw the opening shot, I already knew this is going to be just awful. But the part that annoyed me the most was when she opens the door and says, "Come with me if you want to live." And I was like, "Oh,
kill me."
Oh, really? We're doing that?
I gotta say, this trailer made me want to go watch Terminator Salvation.
Yeah, I would rather watch Terminator Salvation than see this new one.
Absolutely.
But it just looks really lazy. Like,
yeah.
Like, it's just I told you, it's a CG fest. I like Emilia Clarke, and she's good in Game of Thrones, but she can't hold an American accent. She's Sarah Connor. Yeah,
and I don't even want to get into that, but about the actors they got, because no.
Yeah.
But either way, it just looks so bad. I hated stuff like that. All the references to the other movies, the I'll Be Back line was horrible.
Yeah, it's just fan pandering.
Yeah, the T-1000 is just lame. I know he'd be in there, but it's just lame. Just a cash grab. It's very annoying.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah.
Let's jump up a little bit to the Jurassic World trailer.
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
You didn't like that either?
No, that was even more of a CG fest.
That was a CG fest. I didn't like it either. I was going to say I didn't like it either, but I didn't like it either.
I mean, I like Chris Pratt.
I love Chris Pratt.
That's about it.
That's pretty much it.
Giant dinosaur coming out of the pool, like SeaWorld, was cool.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
The CG looks really bad.
It looks like video game graphics.
Like, why does it look so bad? Like,
the original Jurassic Park looks better than
it looks way better. What the hell? I don't have much to say about it. All I know is that it looked like shit. The movie didn't look like shit, but I don't know. I mean, I was watching My Boys Pretty Much It, and one of them was saying that, like, he doesn't know what he was expecting. He was expecting this, like, amazing movie, but then, like, he saw the trailer and he's like, oh, it's just a popcorn movie. Okay, I don't know why I was expecting anything different. But I was expecting something great, too. I guess they just hyped it up so much.
Yeah, I mean, it's Jurassic Park, but, I mean...
Jurassic World.
Whatever. Same thing.
No, it's a world now. All right, well, moving on to something that had incredible CGI.
Okay.
Star Wars Episode 7 teaser.
Oh boy.
Now, I am on board with eliminating most of the CGI use that was in the prequels. It was definitely too much for my taste, and I thought it would kind of overshadow all the movies because now they look very dated because that CG is outdated. At the time, it was very cool, but it's outdated at this point.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it looks pretty fake.
But that being said, the CG in this teaser is amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. And why am I seeing people complain about it?
Why what?
Why am I seeing people complain about it? That's bothering me.
I don't like. Yeah, they're going to use less CG. You know, the movie's not going to be 95% CG like it was with the prequels. I mean, of course, it's not all CG in the prequels, but mostly. But you have to use CG at some point.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and also the thing that people aren't taking into account is that number one, it's over a year away, and it's still in post. So, I mean,
yeah,
that's not even finished material, and I'm sure some of those shots won't even be in the actual film.
I know.
Except for the Falcon shot, that better be in it.
It probably will be, but that would actually be the one shot I would imagine wouldn't be in the movie.
Yeah, because it's the one that...
just because it feels so trailery.
Yeah.
But it probably is, and if not that, a bunch of shots of the Millennium Falcon will be in the movie, obviously.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean,
dude, this looks amazing. Honestly, I know it's like 5 shots in total, but it looks incredible.
It's one of the best teasers I've seen in the longest time because people are talking about it. Yeah. And it shows nothing plot-wise.
Yeah, and dude, I know you because you know that I'm a fairly big Star Wars fan, not like a massive fan.
Bigger than I am, though.
Yeah, but dude, I almost cried when I saw the trailer.
Yeah, I actually got emotional watching it too, and I'm not even that big of a Star Wars fan. I've never seen Return of the Jedi. That's the third one. Never seen Return of the Jedi. I always get that and Revenge of the Sith mixed up.
Dude.
But I've never seen the real third one, Episode 6. I have seen all the prequels. Not a fan, but whatever. I do like a couple things, like the same things that everyone else likes. Pod racing scene, and I do like some of the lightsaber fights. Thought they were kind of cool, but other than that, don't really care.
Other than that, they're all just showy. Choreography.
Mm-hmm.
Dance choreography.
Very dancey. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The thing about this lightsaber fights in the first 3 were that first of all, they felt like real people that could,
True. Very true.
And there's emotion behind the duels.
Yeah. But with this teaser, speaking of lightsabers, we got to look at a brand new lightsaber design.
Yes. So good.
If it is, in fact, there's been so many fucking stupid theories online about, how it might be a bootleg lightsaber, how, someone made it themselves, how, it looks fiery and, broken, so maybe those are exhaust ports on the side. I'm going with no. Going with that it's a lightsaber. Everyone needs to calm down. And maybe it is made in a ghetto shop, but whatever, it's still a lightsaber. And those two things are not exhaust ports, they're hilts, like how swords, pretty much all swords had those.
Yeah.
They're not like katana blades, but...
And you know what? I bet you he could probably control those, too.
Yeah. He can probably turn them off, because they came out after the initial one did. So they're obviously retractable in some sort of way. But it makes sense, because that way someone can't just slide the saber down all the way. I mean, I don't want to get into the
logistics.
Yeah, logistics of the lightsaber, but it's basically just the logistics of a sword in general. That the reason why swords have hilts is to stop a blade from sliding down and just cutting someone's arm off or stabbing it into the person. So, I mean, they were designed that way for a reason back in the day, in Knights times, and so it makes sense how it would be on there. I don't really have a problem with it. Then again, I'm not a Star Wars fanboy, so I wouldn't really care either way.
One thing that I really loved about this trailer was that it didn't show any of the main cast; it showed all the new cast pretty much.
And I think it's fairly obvious that Harrison Ford is still going to be the pilot of the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
So,
Duh.
yeah. So, obviously, he's in theory in the trailer, but he's not. So it's cool.
Oh, something you don't care about, what I do. Nice to see 35mm film back in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Looks gorgeous. Just saying.
I care so much. Nice to see pod racers back in Star Wars. Did you see those in the background?
Oh, my.
There were some pod racer engines. I like the pod race.
Yeah, it was fun,
great.
even though it was like way too long.
It was a bit too long, but
and
still.
It's complete filler that has nothing to do with the plot.
That's also true, but the pods had cool designs, and that was also like one of my favorite fucking games on the 64. Anyway, that teaser was great. I'm already sold on the movie. I don't need to see anything else, although I probably will watch the next trailer just because.
I'll probably watch the first trailer, and that's it, and then I'm done. I don't want to know anything else. I don't want to go into it blind.
And I mean, we've gone through like so many theories and stuff everyone has online about just this 1 minute trailer. Everyone looks great.
Yeah, but I'm sure even if one were to watch all the trailers that come out, I'm sure it would still be a bit of a surprise since J.J. Abrams keeps, generally keeps.
Yeah, I mean, let's hope so. His trailers have been pretty good so far. I have no problem with him coming from Star Trek and doing this because it all looks pretty great.
Yes.
And speaking of Star Trek, that's my little horrible segue goes. Star Trek 3 had a director, which was Robert Orci, who has not directed
film.
Yeah, he was a writer on the first 2 Star Treks. Is that right?
I believe so.
And he's also written other things.
He's got The Island, the Michael Bay movie.
Oh God.
Transformers.
First one.
Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen.
Okay.
Cowboys and Aliens.
Yeah.
Ooh, Amazing Spider-Man 2. That might just,
I liked it.
Yeah, but it was a mess.
Oh, script
It
wise, yeah.
was a mess. And, I don't know, just... But the thing about all those big movies is that there's so many different writers that you never know who is actually good and who...
Yeah, but regardless, he's out. He's not directing Star Trek 3.
Oh.
He was removed as a director. I didn't really read into it, but I don't give a shit. He's not doing it. So,
it's probably good.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. But they have decided to consider Edgar Wright as a replacement.
Ooh.
Bringing back Edgar Wright again. And not that Edgar Wright's looking for work, but he's obviously didn't direct Ant-Man. So he, his name should be on something because people love him. I love him. So
that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'd be into it. I mean, it might be weird because the first 2 Star Treks feel so similar, obviously being directed by the same person. But I don't know. I'd go with it over this guy.
Yeah, I mean, why would you trust a big franchise with someone who's never directed anything?
I know, exactly.
I don't care how many people they know.
And yeah, and I know it's comedy, but Edgar Wright directs some of the best action choreography I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
So yeah, I mean, who knows? But my problem is, and it's not really a problem, but my thought on this is that this movie is not going to come out.
Yeah, that's believable.
And the only reason I feel that way is because we think right now we're in the age of superhero movies and that we are, everything's huge.
It's just getting started.
But by the time Star Trek 3 comes out, which would be at minimum 2 years away, it's going to be insane. We're going to have Star Wars, which by the time Star Wars comes out, why even come out with Star Trek? I'm not sure if Star Wars would actually be coming out right now. Star Trek didn't years ago, but it at least wouldn't have J.J. Abrams signed on as director. But still, people are going to see Star Wars over Star Trek, and by that point, it's going to feel weird. Not to mention, 2 years from now, we're going to be having 3 Marvel movies a year and 2 or 3 DC movies a year.
I'm so excited.
Shut up, Luke. The point is, it's going to be oversaturated with craziness. And Star Trek 3, I just don't know if we need it. I don't need it. I love the first 2, but I don't need a third one.
The first two are good, but they never were, huge,
Mm-hmm. No one's going to miss a third one. That's my thought on it. But speaking of those movies, it's a bit late, but we do have the entire list to talk about, Luke, of the upcoming DC movies and the upcoming Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about your whole take on the superhero movies craze at the moment in general.
Okay, here we go. No, it's not that bad. I mean, there could be worse things. You know, we could be getting more Transformers movies. I mean, we probably are going to get more Transformers movies, unfortunately. But my sister just growled in the background. She hates it. She hates them also.
Good.
But, dude, I don't know. I mean, I guess I just have to. I guess I just have to accept that superhero movies are going to be a genre, pretty much, and not, you know, an event anymore.
And hey, I mean, yeah, I mean, and they are a genre at this point, but and really, they're not terrible yet.
No,
it's not like every single superhero movie is awful.
No, they're doing a decent job with most of them.
Yeah, and you know, and I mean, what can you do? They have decades and decades of material to go off of. Yeah. So they're not ending anytime soon, and I guess, you know, as long as people want to pay tickets for them, they'll exist, and I still want to pay tickets for them. So,
you know what? The way I see it, if this is getting more money to the studios, then I mean, more studios are making tons of money, and maybe that might mark a resurgence in people's interest in independent film and art house films, and, you know.
Yeah. Not to mention what we're seeing with these comic book movies is, like, yeah, stuff like Scott Pilgrim was made into a movie and stuff like Sin City was made into a movie already.
Yeah.
But still, with these, we're seeing smaller comic book movies being made, like Guardians of the Galaxy, and things that aren't really household names being brought into the mainstream. So maybe they'll at least spark some sort of independent side of things, which would be really cool to see.
Yeah, I mean, also, like, because since they're actually turning out, they're not like terrible movies, they're actually turning out, you know, decent movies.
Right.
You know, all these actors, you know, big actors, really good actors, are wanting to sign on to these films, and actors that do smaller films too. So, I mean, these actors will eventually gain more momentum and, you know, household name.
Yeah, I mean, not to mention they'll
bring a bigger audience to the smaller films, and then maybe we can have everyone can be happy. Happen. It's probably this, you know, it's honestly probably like the signifies the death of somebody.
Don't know if I'd go that far, but yeah, I mean, it's great. The people they've been hiring and stuff like that, it's awesome. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it's great. I think people like Paul Rudd being Ant-Man is awesome because he's finally getting like something great to do. So people like Idris Elba saying that it's torture to be in these movies can go fuck themselves. And
I know.
So sad. I get paid millions to be a superhero. All right, moving on to the list. So here's the full list for the Marvel movies. Since we're on that topic right now, we have Age of Ultron, May 1st next year, obviously.
Otherwise known as Pinocchio.
Right. Teaser's out. There's mixed opinions about it. Most people love it. Luke and one of our friends hate the teaser because it has a Pinocchio reference, which I love, but I understand why you don't like it because it's a Disney company, and that's kind of, you know, intrusive. Pissing where you eat, so I get it. Is that a reference? Shitting where you eat? I don't know.
It's don't shit where you eat, I think.
Well, I'm going to go with pissing. Sounds better.
All right.
Also next year, on July 17th, only a few months later, we have Ant-Man, which apparently closes off Phase 2, which is weird to end a phase. I know that we've only ended one phase with Avengers, but it's weird to end the second phase with Ant-Man. I don't know, just strange to me. And then Phase 3 starts 2016.
Okay.
With Captain America Civil War, May 6th.
Well, actually, that kind of sounds interesting.
Do you know what Civil War is?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Okay. Obviously, Spider-Man is a big part of that comic series. They don't have Spider-Man, so I think they're going to fill the gap with a lot of stuff involving Black Panther, which is really cool. And then November 4th, 2016, we have Doctor Strange.
That will be interesting.
which has officially been cast Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. So, hey, I love Benedict Cumberbatch. I think he'll do a great job. Don't know much about Doctor Strange, but sure that it'll be good because Benedict is good, and the Doctor Strange universe seems to be fun.
Yeah.
May 5th, we have Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yes.
I love the freaking poster. It's so funny. 2 is like written over half the logo. So,
Oh, yeah.
so it's great. I don't know. I'm sure the soundtrack will be just as amazing.
Dude, as long as the same people, the same people are going to be in it. But
Yeah.
as long as I really don't care what they do. I love that movie so much.
As long as Batista's in it, I'm in. Seriously, it was great.
Yeah, I know he's fantastic.
Thor Ragnarok, July 28th, 2017.
Care less
Well, I like the Thor movies, but whatever.
for you.
I actually don't like the Thor movies. I like Thor 2. I hate Thor 1. It's my least favorite Marvel movies.
Dude, I couldn't stand Thor 2.
Hey, I understand why you couldn't stand it, but I'm a fan of it for whatever reason. Black Panther November 3rd, which I'm very interested in.
I have no idea what that is.
He's a black guy, and he's a panther. He's not like a panther, but he wears like a panther costume, basically. Played by Chadwick Boseman.
So he played James Brown just recently.
Yeah, he's also in 42, I think.
Yeah, I've heard he's nothing but good things about him. So.
Yeah. And then 2018, we move on to Infinity War Part 1. Do you have any idea what Infinity War is?
No, I have an idea. I mean...
It's not worth explaining, really. You saw part of it in Guardians and also in Avengers 1 with the Cosmic Cube, but basically there's 6 gems. They all make up different things. There's like a reality gem, which I'm speculating is in Doctor Strange. There's a bunch of other gems, and basically Thanos gets control of all of them, turns them into a gauntlet, puts it on, and basically murders everyone in the universe. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's an asshole. So that's part 1 for that. Then sandwiched in between part 1 and 2, which is very weird to me, but we have Captain Marvel, the first leading woman of a Marvel movie, which is going to be kind of interesting.
I heard Jessica Chastain. That's just a rumor.
Yeah, I don't think they've cast for that yet. So yeah, I mean it's possible, but they're apparently doing the good storyline that fans like. I don't know anything about Captain Marvel, by the way, but they're apparently doing the good storyline, not another character that all the fans hate. So good for them. Then Inhumans, which I know nothing about, November 2nd, 2018. I have no idea.
Beyond me.
Yeah, so by that point, I mean, they really took a chance with Guardians and it paid off, so I guess they don't really care about, household names anymore. They're just going for it, which is good, because I think that makes it more exciting. And then, finally, ending off Phase 3, we have Infinity War Part 2, May 3rd, 2019. And what's after that?
No.
God knows. No idea.
Giant collapse of the film industry.
Yeah, exactly. Well, after that is apparently Cyclops and fucking Green Lantern, but we'll get into that in a second. So what do you think about all those Marvel movies?
I mean, that's cool.
What do you think about 3 Marvel movies a year?
I mean, I probably won't see them, but that's fine.
Which ones have you seen from Phase 2, including Iron Man 3, Thor 2, Captain America 2, and Guardians?
Every single one except for Captain 2, which I've heard is actually good.
Yeah, Captain America 2 is by far better than Iron Man 3 and Thor 2, in my opinion.
Iron Man 3 was...
I don't get the love for Iron Man 3. I just don't get it. I don't know why people say that it works with the rest of the universe.
I guess if it wasn't an Iron Man movie, it's actually I guess it's kind of good, but
it just doesn't fit with the universe for me.
It's certainly not an Iron Man movie.
People say that Iron Man 2 doesn't fit in the universe, which I don't understand, because that has so much to do with Nick Fury and Black Widow and everything, but okay. I don't really care that much. All I know is that this is going to be awesome. Infinity War, while I've never read it, everything that's been described to me sounds awesome. I'm so excited. And they released a small piece of footage from Infinity War, like a movie that's coming out in 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
And they already had like a 7-second little teaser thing for it. It's ridiculous. But what do you think of Thanos in Guardians?
I mean, I love Josh Brolin, so
Right.
therefore,
He seemed intimidating as hell to me.
yeah, he's great. So big and purple.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's a slow build on him too.
Yeah.
He appeared in Avengers. That was 2012. No,
That was 2012. Yeah.
That was 2012. Okay. Yeah. Either way, Guardians one of the better Marvel movies.
Guardians is the best.
Fair
In my
enough.
opinion.
It's my second favorite. So, still like Avengers. Shut up, people. Okay, moving on from Marvel. That was a lot to take in.
Yes.
Now even more to take in.
I'm more interested in this stuff.
Really?
Because it could all go south.
I know. I hope.
Also, the characters. We're talking about DC, right?
I mean, I don't want it to fail.
No, it's not that. I think the DC universe is much more interesting.
It can be, for sure. Marvel has a very set in their ways kind of thing about a lot of them, except for with Guardians, and I guess we'll see with the Inhumans and stuff like that if it changes. But yeah, a lot of DC. Just DC feels all their characters feel very different from each other.
Yeah.
Where Marvel feels a bit more streamlined. I prefer Marvel, but I still like a lot of the DC characters. So
It's Batman.
fair enough. So obviously 2016 we have Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, which that title needs to burn in hell. I don't care. I hate it so much. And all these other titles are like, I mean, maybe they'll change, but all the other titles are like, Wonder Woman. Flat. I'll just go through them. So same year, 2016, Suicide Squad.
Oh, that's kind of the same year?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is also the same year as two Marvel.
Right, let's talk about both of those real quick.
Okay.
Alright. Batman versus Superman. I mean, the interesting thing is that Ben Affleck seems to be very much a part of the directing.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's from everything I've heard, he seems like he's doing a good job.
Yeah, also they got, I think rewrites were done by the writer who did Argo, so...
Ooh.
I mean, like, you got, I don't know.
There's one main problem with this movie.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah. That's it. Nothing against Henry Cavill, or Cavill, whatever the hell his name is. He was a good Superman.
I never saw Superman, or Man of Steel.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you need to. I don't like
care
it.
to.
But... Especially because this is apparently not a Man of Steel sequel anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there is a Man of Steel sequel, isn't there?
apparently, I don't even know anymore.
It just doesn't matter, but...
Yeah. God, Zack Snyder, please don't fuck it up, man.
I know, and I like Amy Adams, but I just think she's miscast as Lois Lane.
Yeah, I hated her as Lois Lane. I could go on about that longer than I can go on about Man of Steel, the movie.
But Batfleck, it's all about Batfleck.
I'm into Batfleck. I'm sold.
People don't understand he's going to be great.
I'm seeing the movie regardless. If it's a bigger failure than a success, then fine. But I'm seeing it.
Did you see Gone Girl?
Yeah, of course I saw Gone Girl.
You did see Gone Girl?
Yeah.
Dude, there's like a couple moments where, like, it's just, that's Batman.
I know, and I love that
moments where he just explodes.
Yeah, and I love that they mentioned his chin. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
I thought that was a part of the movie. Anyway, okay.
Great.
Moving on, Suicide Squad. Let's first talk about the cast, which I have right here.
Okay, now I'm mixed on this one.
Okay. Suicide Squad cast is, ladies and gentlemen, we have as... Who is he playing? I can see the cast, but I want to know who they're playing. Okay. I'll get to that one last. As Enchantress, no idea. Cara Delevingne. Cool.
Yeah. So I heard the only reason she got cast was because she did a voice on Grand Theft Auto, which...
That's a horrible reason.
Yeah.
Jack Courtney, Boomerang. I only hear terrible things about that.
Oh, well, he was in Die Hard 5, so I don't care.
Yeah. Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn.
She's going to be fantastic.
Okay, Harley Quinn's one of my favorite characters, so...
She's going to be amazing.
I hope so.
Did you see Wolf of Wall Street?
No. Did you play Arkham City?
Really? Why are you asking me that?
You don't have a video game system. Well, regardless,
But yes, Margot Robbie, she's a good actress, and she is going to be great.
Good. I'm glad. I want her to be great, so she effing better be. Then we have Tom Hardy as Rick Flag.
Yeah.
This is weird for me.
At first I was like, no, that's just not cool. No, but when I found out more about the character, I was like, you know what? Whatever. Tom Hardy's awesome, and I don't care anymore.
He's awesome, and he doesn't look like Bane, but the thing is that he was Bane, and I know it's not the same universe.
Yeah.
It's still weird. It's still weird that he's going to be on screen with Batman, where Batman's played by a different actor, and he's the same actor as a Batman villain playing a different Batman villain. That's just strange.
Yeah, it's a bit strange. But what are you going to do?
Even stranger is Will Smith as Deadshot.
Oh, this is so ridiculous.
Now, the only good thing about this is this might put Will Smith in his place for a little bit, maybe.
But it's not even that. I'm just going to watch the movie and I'm going to be like, yeah, there's Will Smith. And,
it's true.
You know, it's just going to take me out of it.
But maybe he'll finally take a back seat for the first time in a long time.
Maybe he'll access his prana energy and start breathing through his stomach.
You know, actually, he should probably not even make movies. He should just make his own movies and then watch those. Oh wait, yeah, he already does that.
Those don't matter.
Look at Will Smith. We'll get into him in a little bit.
Oh, this
all right, and finally, the best decision is Jared Leto as the Joker.
Yeah, at first I was like, well, but then I'm like, yeah, that's great. That's great casting.
Yeah,
that's actually kind of perfect casting.
I mean, apparently, I don't know anything about Suicide Squad, but apparently, the Joker isn't part of Suicide Squad. He's just.
Yeah, I heard he's going to have a smaller, or he's going to be messing with the, like he usually does.
Yeah, they
strings and.
They probably want to do a Thanos kind of thing with him, and because, Heath Ledger is still fresh on people's minds, even though it was years ago.
Yeah,
so
as long as they do a completely different Joker.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Do like a Mark Hamill kind of Joker. Go really wacky with it.
Yeah, but if you think about it, I mean, there hasn't been a bad Joker yet.
No, I wouldn't say there has been.
Not at all.
I love Nicholson. I love Heath Ledger. I love Mark Hamill. And the original I can't say because I never watched the original series. But... hey. Anyway, going back to the full list of movies. After Suicide Squad, 2017, we have Wonder Woman, starring Gal Gadot.
I haven't seen her in anything, so I have no, really any opinion.
Or Gal Gadot. Yeah, I don't know either. Justice League Part 1 follows that. Directed by Mr. Snyder again.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to wait till we see Batman v Superman, but God, I hate Zack Snyder's directing. Okay.
Yeah.
Even though I do love Sucker Punch, shut up.
Oh, the worst one.
I know. Then, 2018, we have The Flash.
Are they getting the TV Flash to do it?
No, it's completely different.
That's kind of...
It's very weird. I know by 2018 it'll be 4 years. The Flash will probably be canceled by then, but still it's strange. Then we have Aquaman, starring Jason Momoa.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard it's a really good casting choice. I don't know anything about Aquaman, so I can't really say. But it sounds great. 2019, we have Shazam with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And 2019 again, we have Justice League Part 2, directed by none other than Zack Snyder. Following that, there are two other movies, which are probably the most interesting to me, at least. Cyborg, 2020, and Green Lantern, 2020.
Uh-oh.
Now, it's fair to say that no one cares about the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern right now.
No one does.
But absolutely no one's going to care in 6 years. So I don't really have a problem with that.
Or maybe everyone will just forget about it, So.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's going to completely forget that movie ever existed.
Are they casting a new guy?
Yeah, it's not going to be Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is going to be your guy, your boy.
He will be my boy. Ryan Reynolds has been cast officially as Deadpool. Not that that's a surprise. He's been cast as Deadpool again. For the second time. But yeah, so I don't know. What do you think about these compared to Marvel?
it's certainly more ambitious.
But do you think these are all actually going to happen? I think that's the difference with these and Marvel movies.
I think maybe up to 2016, yes.
Okay, well, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, those are already...
Maybe up to Wonder Woman, that's what I'll say.
Okay. Yeah, because what happens if Batman v Superman gets, like, horrible things, and they're like, shit, we can't have Zack Snyder as Justice League, then Justice League would be postponed for a little while. And...
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that, like, the whole DC thing, they've only really, in their whole lineup thing, they've only really released one movie, Man of Steel.
Yeah, that's it.
And it's gotten meh reviews.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think it's too early to judge. Everyone's always saying, like, oh, DC is just, like, failing compared to Marvel. It's like, they've only really released one movie.
Yeah, they haven't started. The Dark Knight trilogy is the Nolan trilogy. It's not really a DC trilogy.
Yeah, and that trilogy, well, in my opinion, trumps everything Marvel's done combined.
It definitely stands up to it, at least. As far as fanfare goes, as far as ratings go, and as far as freaking, box office goes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my only thing is that the Marvel movies are pretty much definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
Because they have such a reputation at this point. And these DC movies just seem like they're saying that they want to do these, but it doesn't mean that they're all going to happen.
I can see that. But, I don't know, it's like 6 superhero movies a year, and it's going to be...
Not to mention other shit we're going to have from Fox and Sony.
Oh, yeah. Literally shit.
Yeah, literal shit. So, Fantastic Four, not even going to go into it.
Oh, dude. No one cares.
No one gives a shit. And good riddance, I don't give a shit either. Alright, let's no, I don't want to leave this yet, this whole superhero thing yet, so...
I kind of do, but you go for it.
Well, there's 2 things I want to say.
Okay.
One, Ant-Man just wrapped yesterday, I think. So cool.
Okay. Alright.
Glad for them. They're in post now, and that's all nice. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Last, Guardians of the Galaxy is on the Oscar shortlist for visual effects.
Ooh.
Which is cool that movie might get an Oscar.
That's cool. I mean, if it's going up against Interstellar, it has no chance.
It is. But
it has no chance.
But you have to remember this is visual effects. So they might go for the more CGI-driven movie.
Yeah, because the Academy's stupid.
Yeah, but let me also tell you what's on the list. There's Captain America Winter Soldier, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Godzilla, Guardians of the Galaxy, The Hobbit, Battle of Five Armies, Interstellar, Maleficent, Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb, Transformers Age of Extinction, and X-Men Days of Future Past.
No.
Now, regardless of Transformers being shitty movies, which they are,
they do. Well,
they have some of the most incredible CGI ever.
Yes, this is true.
But they are a piece of shit. Looking at everything I've seen from Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and looking at the first Planet of the Apes prequel thing.
That's a contender, definitely.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing as well. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hobbit, no. It looks terrible.
Yeah, the CGI hasn't been great with Hobbit movies. Godzilla.
I like them, but yeah.
Godzilla, I like the CGI. I thought it was great.
Deserves the spot.
Yeah.
But Interstellar was like groundbreaking stuff.
Well, there you go.
There are moments. There's several times I nearly was brought to tears in Interstellar. A few times were because of the emotional aspect, but some of them were just some of the visuals I saw. And some the sequences, I was like, I'm almost crying because this is so unbelievable right now.
Well, that all sounds good.
Yeah, but anyways.
As a little bit of a reference, Rise of the Planet of the Apes lost to Hugo last year, 2 years ago. I don't know. But,
3 years ago.
Yeah, like 3 years ago. So that's weird. Because Rise of the Planet of the Apes, I would say, definitely had better visual effects than Hugo
was
did.
pretty beautiful, though.
It was, but I'm just thinking, visual effects-wise. The robot, I mean...
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
But,
if Transformers gets it, I'll understand, but I'll be very upset. I don't know why the hell Night of the Museums is on here. But Guardians, very CGI-driven, and I thought it all... while it was all very bright and colorful, that was the point, and I thought it looked great.
But there was actually... I mean, There was a lot of sets, though.
Well, definitely. I mean, everything inside the ship and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I like that they actually like put people in makeup and then just make them see.
Yeah, I mean,
That was cool.
the Groot makeup was really good. The Rocket Raccoon makeup was really good. Bradley Cooper. I don't know how Bradley Cooper fit into that costume.
Oh, dude, yeah.
They must have like shot on a green screen. They probably green screened him in. No, but seriously, that raccoon looked real. So
It did. He did. Sorry, you're.
yeah, he did. His costume did.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done with that. I just wanted to say that Guardians of the Galaxy might win an Oscar.
Yeah. All right, that's nice. But
Okay,
what's your other point on the superhero pizzazz?
that's it. That's all I had to say. I'm my superhero pizzazz is over.
You want to you want to say anything? Tell me about X-Men.
Oh, right. Right, because that's on here. That's what I was saying. Yeah, so X-Men Days of Future Past is also considered for that Oscar, but
Please tell me your quick thoughts on it, because I have no interest in seeing it.
Okay, my thoughts on the movie is, I would say see it. If you saw First Class, I would say see it. It should have been a third movie. Shouldn't have been the second movie. Shouldn't have been the follow-up to First Class. There should have been another movie with the First Class cast, and then had this movie come afterwards. That would have made more sense to me. It is the Jennifer Lawrence movie. She's by far the main actor. It's very annoying. I love Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy, and
James McAvoy, so
they're in it more than Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen are, but a lot more. But they still feel like supporting actors to Wolverine and
that's frustrating.
Jennifer Lawrence.
That's I don't know. It's just like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
We get it, Wolverine. We already know everything we need to know about him.
I will say, though, Wolverine is not the badass end-all be-all Wolverine that he's been in every other movie. I mean, the movie's been out for a while. Most people have seen it, but minor spoilers, I guess. It's not even a spoiler. Skip forward 1 minute if you don't want to hear it. But basically, whenever he gets sent back to the past, he has his bone claws again. So he can't do shit pretty much the entire movie because he's not made of adamantium. So that part's cool because he's kind of like, wait, I can't really help. All I can do is just give people knowledge of the future, and that's it. Then try to convince them. So I like that. It didn't make him like just Wolverine going and chopping through metal the whole movie, because that would have been annoying again and again and again and again. Fucking every single Wolverine movie. So that was cool. It did focus on Magneto and Professor X a lot. So that, I mean, I liked it, but it was definitely the Jennifer Lawrence movie, and that part pissed me off. The scene at the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2 was
in it.
Yeah, it was in it and was by far the worst scene of the movie.
Yeah, because I thought when I saw Amazing Spider-Man 2 and I saw that scene, I thought it was a joke. I was like, wow.
Yeah, it was by far the worst scene of the movie, and those characters never appear in the movie again. So, whatever that means.
Well,
yeah, but I liked the movie. I didn't love it. There were some really cool elements to it. The Quicksilver scene is very, very cool. I've watched it a bunch of times.
Yeah,
but,
I heard about that.
But it serves no purpose. It was clearly only created because Quicksilver's in Avengers.
Is it true that they... I mean, from what I've gathered, is it true that they pretty much disregarded X-Men Origins and X-Men 3?
Well...
The Last Stand? Because to me, like, I get everyone hates those movies, but it's like, to me, it's like, if you're just going to completely disregard them, pretend like they didn't exist, to me, that's not good writing.
Yeah, I feel like there were a couple of shots of Origins in, like, Wolverine, when Wolverine's, like, remembering something.
Yeah.
But, yeah, basically. They basically disregard them both.
It's just cheap writing to me.
And I don't even know, I mean, I haven't seen the Wolverine, where he's in Japan.
No,
but I didn't see really anything to do with that movie either. I mean, I know it was referenced, and some people that I know have said that there are references in the movie, but I don't know. Nothing stood out to me. But basically, it's one of those things where they're trying to like reverse The Last Stand from ever happening, basically. So yeah, it basically disregards both of them. It's very annoying. And apparently, with the third one coming out, the third meaning the sixth or seventh or eighth one, the First Class cast is not coming back. So that makes me angry. Because I love James McAvoy and I love Michael Fassbender. I want them to come back.
That's kind of like the only reason I had any interest in seeing Days of Future Past.
Yeah, I mean, they're a big part of the movie. I would say see it if you want to see it for them, they are a big part of it, so it's worth seeing it, but it feels so much like there's a movie missing. That's probably my biggest complaint, is that it just feels like there's a movie missing, and writing's a bit weird. With Quicksilver, he's in like one scene at the very beginning and then never used again, and I'm like, dude, why wouldn't you bring, like, he would solve every single problem in less than a blink of an eye that you guys run into if you just brought him along. It's so stupid. But other than that, that's the problem with fast-moving characters and stuff. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say see it if you want. Don't pay any money for it.
I won't.
It's worth a watch, but it should have came after a movie with Fassbender and McAvoy as the main characters again. Anyway, I'm done with that.
Alright, let's skip superhero.
Yeah, we're done with superheroes. Moving on to something funny that is hilarious and amazing.
Okay.
Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas, which was him trying to restore Jesus back into Christmas and to disregard Santa Claus and all that nonsense.
What? His
movie, Saving Christmas, that came out, is now officially the worst movie ever made according to IMDb ratings.
Oh, wow.
Has a 1.3 on IMDb. Everyone hates it. The poster is him beating a Christmas tree and Santa Claus with a candy cane. So he wants to restore the Christ back into Christmas. But I don't know. I just thought that was so funny. So it's playing everywhere. So go see it, kids.
That sounds like it. I'll pay money for that.
Yeah, I'd watch it.
I'm looking at the poster right now. It's so good.
It's the best thing ever. Way to go, Kirk Cameron. Way to go.
Good for you, Captain Kirk.
Yeah, Captain Kirk Cameron. Alright, moving on to probably the best news of the week.
Okay.
Sony-pocalypse.
What?
The Sony hack that happened. Have you not heard about this?
I haven't heard about this.
Oh, shit. Okay. Sony Pictures got hacked.
Ooh.
And it leaked thousands and thousands and thousands of documents. Just gigs upon gigs of documents. Full movies, scripts, contracts. 47,000 social security numbers were leaked.
Whoa.
Including directors, a bunch of actors, Judd Apatow, Seth Rogen, people like that. All of this shit was leaked. But the funniest shit is the stuff that is in these documents are the most ridiculous things you've ever seen in your life. Let me tell you first what...
Such as?
Let me tell you first what movies were leaked. These are movies that aren't out yet, or movies that just came out. Fury was leaked in full definition.
Wait, what?
Fury.
The film?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was leaked full definition. Annie.
Oh, yeah.
Which has been downloaded 206,000 times. Mr. Turner.
Ooh, I want to see that.
Well, you can, for free, right now.
I'm not, no.
Downloaded 63,000 times, so good. I guess maybe people want to support that. Still Alice.
Oh, yeah.
Julianne Moore, downloaded 103,000 times. To Write Love on Her Arms. Fucking die, Kat Dennings. I hate you so much.
They're actually doing that movie.
Downloaded.
Wait. Hold on a second.
They did it. The screener's out.
Write Love on Her Arms. That's a foundation, isn't it? Like for suicide?
Probably.
Okay.
The true story of Florida teen Renee who struggled with addiction and depression and helped inspire the nonprofit organization of the same name.
Oh, gotcha. Right, but endings, no, sorry.
Yeah, 19,946 downloads.
Oh, and Chad Michael Murray.
Good. So,
anyways.
one of the biggest movies that wasn't leaked, which people have been talking about, is The Interview, obviously, coming up with Seth Rogen and James Franco.
Which does not look funny at all.
No, it doesn't. And I understand it's a comedy, and I get it. Like it's funny because they want to kill Kim Jong-un, but there's no reason for this movie to exist.
No.
I think it's just going to do more damage than good. And North Korea's already said they see it as an act of terrorism, which is what we would see it as.
North Korea isn't going to do anything.
They probably won't. But the thing is, like, they can't
get a nuke past their fucking shoreline.
Yeah, if North Korea made a movie of someone shooting Obama in the head, and he looked like Obama, we'd probably have a problem with it too. At least be offended.
Well, I mean, we'd be split.
Yeah, Michael Moore would be fine with it, but you know,
I'm
just saying.
I remember like the first teaser for the interview came out, and it was like it felt like it was kind of interesting. I was interested to see it at that time. It felt like the first teaser was like kind of weird and felt like a weird art house comedy. And then I saw the trailer and I was like, wow, this is just terrible.
Yeah, the first teaser looked much better than the trailer did. I have no interest in the movie. I think it's just stupid to do this because while they might not do anything, it's still and the country's ridiculous in their own right, but they don't have why. Do we really hate them that much?
I don't really, honestly, like, as far as the political aspect, I don't care. It's just, like, I just I didn't laugh during the trailer.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even, like, saying anything that's important, so I don't know what the point is. You could have done any other person. You could have just said that, you know, North Korea, freaking, whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah. I don't care. It's just weird. But either way.
Like both of them.
Yeah, I don't like them. But going on with Sony-pocalypse. So those movies were leaked. People thought that maybe it was a North Korea group of hackers that did it because of that movie coming out, and they thought that maybe they were searching for that movie or doing something. But there's so many more things that were leaked. That's not the best thing.
Oh, God.
The movies were leaked. That's fine. Here's a document that was leaked.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. You're going to be so happy about this. These are Sony employees. Like higher up Sony employees saying this. God. This gives me hope for Sony.
Okay.
Like actual hope. You're gonna
why? All right.
Yeah.
Well, tell me.
You're gonna be like, wait, Sony employees are actually saying this?
Okay. What?
Part of a 25-page document. It was summarized in the key points that stand out to most people. So I'm going to read some of those out for you, Luke.
Okay.
We need to improve the creative staff in motion pictures. Seems like we are just rebooting old products instead of coming up with new ideas. We need new, fresh ideas that can drive franchise product. Go out and hire the best.
Ooh.
Be more focused and ruthless in directing our resources to businesses that will sustain the long-term health of Sony Pictures Entertainment. Networks, broadcast TV shows, new movie franchises, digital distribution by the same token. Stop or reduce support for areas that no longer have value. Sandler movies or DVDs. And then
I still like Adam Sandler though.
Here's my favorite one. There's a general blahness to the films we produce. Although we manage to produce an innovative film once in a while, like Social Network, Moneyball, and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, we continue to be saddled with the mundane, formulaic Adam Sandler films. Let's raise the bar a little in the films we produce and inspire employees that they are working on the next Social Network. That said, there's a strange dichotomy of encouraging us to be fiscally responsible, but then upper management allows certain talent and filmmakers to bleed us dry with their outlandish requests for private jets, wardrobe, and grooming stylists, and are surprised when they are asked to work for more than 5 hours to promote their film.
Wow.
In TV and theatrical, I hope management looks closely at the money spent on development and term deals to ensure efficiency. There are a lot of term deal personnel as well as creative personnel, yet we only release a dozen or so Columbia pictures a year. For example, will we still be paying for Adam Sandler? Why? And, what am I looking at? Yeah. It's commendable that we understand support the importance of risk-taking, particularly in how we pick films to greenlight. However, the studio needs to change deal structure that has been in place with Happy Madison, as this arrangement has disproportionately benefited Sandler and his team relative to Sony Pictures. Oh, God. And then they talk about how they should hold a mirror to themselves, how we should take pride in what we're doing, but we shouldn't be dealing to the lowest common denominator.
Wow.
And then there's bullshit about how they shouldn't release dark movies like Girl with the Dragon Tattoo around holiday season. And
all right, that just like debunked everything.
Yeah, well, they're written by different people. There's this one that says, "Are you aware that Men in Black may gross $600 million at the box office and yet will lose money for Sony Pictures?" How the fuck does that happen,
dude? The money making system is just so confusing now.
Yeah, and they say and they follow that with, "Shouldn't we question that strategy?" Yeah, probably.
Probably, I think so.
And then, oh my god! And this is the sad part. Why are some studios making Hunger Games to Harry Potter, Twilight, and we are considering making movies like Moneyball, Steve Jobs' story, Captain Phillips' story, Evel Knievel story, etc.? It's like, God, this is from one of the higher exec. Are you
the idiots who got their hands all over Amazing Spider-Man 2 and made it a mess?
And they said, "Are you aware that Sony Pictures only has one franchise, Spider-Man? Yet it took 5 years to generate a sequel." This is where they're so fucking stupid in their own company. Spidey was released in 2007, and Spider-Man 4 wasn't released until 2012. It's not Spider-Man 4. Don't Harry Potters come out over 2 or 3 years?
It just goes to show there's such a disconnect between what's actually going on and the studio heads and what's actually going on in the film industry.
It's ridiculous. And then they say, "Yet we waited 5 years till release Spider-Man 4." God, and they follow that with, "Have you read the SEC annual report? Disney will make $300 million on Spidey merchandise this year alone, and we won't." That's so fucking stupid. But then there's great stuff like they're saying that the remakes and sequels we're making look like they're better off being on E-True Hollywood stories than they should be on the theaters. There's actually people that work for Sony.
It's good to know there's a group in there that's trying to preserve creativity and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, someone said, this is a great quote. Someone said, "Stop making the same safe, soulless movies and TV shows. Enough with the remakes and reboots. Breaking Bad and Community are just about the most artful and innovative gems we currently have." It's like there's employees that hate it.
That's cool. I mean, they'll probably all get fired, but
maybe. But hey,
there's enough of them. Who knows?
And this brings me to my favorite part of the entire thing that was leaked. That's so far that I've found. There's so much that have been leaked, and Sony's received death threats and all those other people. They found out who did it, I think, and I'm not. North Korea said it's not them officially, but I think it is people from North Korea who did. I'm not sure. But either way, they have PowerPoints. There were lots of PowerPoints that were leaked. Embarrassing PowerPoints.
Oh boy.
This headline is, "Sony's embarrassing PowerPoints are even worse than their shitty movies." So, these PowerPoints, anyone listening has to go look them up, because they are the ugliest, most ridiculous thing you've ever seen in your life. And they look like they were made by a 3-year-old. They look fake. They look incredibly fake. So here's an example. There's a Cloudy with a Chance and Meatballs 2 PowerPoint, and it's these Photoshop pictures of people walking around this cage with statues of the fake animal creatures. And there's a sign on it, and they say to put on the sign, "Do not feed them with yourself." What? What? Huh? Here's a Grown Ups 2 PowerPoint. Surrounded in the big font that says key themes are these little bullet points that say the key themes are humor, friendship, fun, adventure, and loyalty.
Oh, God.
And the target categories are accessories, automotive, beverage, CPG, electronics, grown-up jobs, retail, men's issues / potty humor.
That's just depressing.
Here are some of the key themes for Smurfs 2.
Oh, God.
Family.
Oh, great.
Teamwork.
That's always fun.
Love and happiness.
Oh.
Friendship.
Need more of that.
Be who you choose to be.
Oh, yeah.
Naughty versus nice. Magic. Eco, green, environmental. And the color blue. Yeah, I think that'll probably come with the Smurfs. I don't think you need to try too hard with that one.
The color blue.
We gotta make sure they're blue.
Will be a theme in the Smurfs.
Smurfs theme.
Smurfs 3. Or whatever.
Smurfs 2. Glad with a Chance of Meatballs 2. Things are not always as they appear is a key theme. Believing in yourself. Food is fun. True friends value you for who you are. Science/inventions. Food and man living in harmony. And dude, you gotta see these things. They are so ugly. It's ridiculous. Here's an After Earth one. It just says, emphasize Will over Jaden.
Oh, dude.
And they said, there's another one that says, what is After Earth? After Earth is an ecosystem of content and brand initiatives to begin launching in spring 2012. What the fuck are they talking about? And they had pictures of all these toys. They had pictures of 3 video games. 3. They plan on making, I guess. A whole line of clothes. A line of sportswear. It's insane. A line of futuristic clothing. Like, it's a card, I guess.
Wow.
Oh my god. And they said the themes for After Earth. Brands that withstand the test of time. How has your product survived over the years? What? Overcome adversity. Futuristic products. High performance. Physical fitness. Products that withstand harsh weather and all kinds of conditions. Okay. Target audience. Sci-fi fans. Comic book fans. Early adopters. Gaming fans. Will Smith fans. Jaden Smith fans. New technology / electronic fans. Fangirls. Extreme sport fans. Females. Family film audience. M. Night Shyamalan fans. And travel and adventure fans. What the fuck does that mean? And then there's more nouns of just categories. Beverages, batteries. What? Insurance, survival gear? I don't know. No idea. Dude, people are getting paid to type words onto a screen.
That's retarded.
Type these words. To type video games and the word security onto a screen. Yeah, would you like to hear their research findings in Smurfs?
Yeah, sure.
Teens love the Smurfs. 58% of teens describe the Smurfs' language as funny. So clearly they loved it, 58%. Teens were the most likely to classify the Smurfs as cool. The fuck? Oh my god. This one doesn't make any sense to me. Here are the Amazing Spider-Man 2 categories that should be used in the film.
Uh-oh.
Watches, branded confectionery / gum, adhesives, carbonated beverages, gas stations / petrol, antivirus, travel, salty snacks, electricity, and QSR. So I'm guessing these are all the... and adhesive. Oh, I said adhesives. These are all the things that I guess they wanted to brand to make sure they had all their brand on those. Goosebumps. Dude, you can't even believe these pictures. Goosebumps, it literally says multi-target audience, and then it has 2 sets of words. New young fans with Photoshop pictures of little girls and boys, and then nostalgic adults with pictures of adults. Let me send you this link right now.
Wow, dude. That's,
Yeah. They have strategic marketing and research for Annie. I don't know.
Wow.
They consider Annie a franchise with a devoted fan base. Sure. Sure. Totally.
Do not feed them with yourself.
Do not feed them with yourself. Oh, God.
Wow, man.
How bad are those?
Wow, dude.
Oh my god, they describe Annie as feathered fish of a genre. Not many comps for a live action musical family film with young female lead.
Oh, dude, this is like so just like retarded.
Yep. Yep.
Concept Elysium. Earth versus Elysium. Thought-provoking. Ticking clock.
Thought-provoking ticking clock.
Oh, and Captain Phillips, don't get more sexist than this. Intelligence, suspense thriller, right? And then it says, intense action, young males, emotional depth, women.
Dude, like who made these?
That's incredibly sexist.
And look at the avoid American themes.
Oh, I just
Avoid
American centrism.
Oh my god, that's so ugly.
Wow, dude, this
And then Elysium avoid socio-political themes. Exoskeleton incites curiosity, but don't overplay. Okay? Broadening is key. Broadening is key. Oh, man. It's so sad. And it says D9 pedigree. God, they're trying to cash on District 9. T's big special effects. It sucks. It sucks. Angry Birds film info.
Ugh. Well, I'm about done with that.
Yeah. How great are those PowerPoints?
They're pretty great.
I can't just knowing that people are getting paid thousands and thousands of dollars, possibly over $100,000
To come up with that.
and their jobs are making that.
Ugh.
And these freaking studio heads have no idea because they just look at it and they're like, that makes sense. Yeah, if someone was like, what do you think the multi-target audiences are for Goosebumps? I would be like, well, I guess it's nostalgic fans that are a bit older and young fans that, like Goosebumps as well, because it's still around. And they literally put that and probably got just thrown a salary of close to $100,000, if not over. From putting fucking 3 words on a screen. Makes me so mad.
Wow, dude.
God, Sony, I hate you so much.
It's just, oh god, fucking intellectual depravity.
Yep. That's the inner workings of Sony.
Oh, well, a good luck, guys.
Oh, I hope more people see this and it turns people away.
I know, really.
It's so bad. Thank God 206,000 people won't buy a ticket to Annie. That's good news.
Yeah.
I hope Annie gets no money. I hate it so much. All right. Well, that's pretty much all we got for movie news and company news, I guess.
Something.
Welcome to. I'm not ready.
Oh, really?
We don't have a song. So basically,
all right, whatever.
Yeah, I was going to say that what we do is we say an actor that's underrated, an actor that's overrated, a movie that's underrated, and a movie that's overrated.
Yes.
And I'll take the. Do you have an overrated actor?
I actually don't. I'll if I agree with yours, I'll go with yours.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with my underrated actor first.
Oh, okay.
My
script on me, huh?
No, sorry. My underrated actor is Pat Healy. You know him from Compliance and
yes,
and The Innkeepers. If you people do not know him,
he is good.
Yeah, if you guys don't know him, he's from Compliance and The Innkeepers, and he's also in a movie called Cheap Thrills, which I love. Thought it was really good. One of the best endings I've ever seen, except for Filth topped it. But
Filth is great.
Other
Also,
than
has
that,
a little bit of a cameo in Magnolia.
Oh yeah. So that was really cool. My overrated actor,
okay,
is even though he's not really overrated, I just don't like him, and people seem to.
Okay,
it's Mark Wahlberg.
You already picked him.
When?
The last one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, can I do Kevin Hart then?
I'll agree with you on that.
He's not really an actor, but
well, yeah, he's in movies.
Yeah, I just don't really.
I don't think he's that funny though.
I don't find him funny at all.
Certainly, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's just like ongoing brand of obnoxious humor that I don't know.
And it's just that ongoing, not to sound racist or whatever, but just that ongoing I'm black, so here's my black comedy. Haha, you're being so white right now, white boy. And it's this is not really funny. I'm not offended by it at all, but it's just not funny in any way. It's not funny to me.
I agree. I don't get the appeal. I don't get the problem with Kevin Hart. I just don't think he's funny.
Yeah, he seems like he's probably a nice guy.
He seems like a nice dude. I don't think he's that funny.
He's no Tracy Morgan, that's for sure.
That's definitely for sure.
Okay. Give me your underrated movie.
Oh, underrated movie, huh?
Yeah. Or underrated actor if you have one.
I'm giving my underrated actress
Okay.
first.
Go for it.
I've been waiting for this for several months.
Oh, God.
You know it's coming. You knew it was coming.
I think you've already said her before, but
no,
go
I
for
haven't.
it.
Trust me.
Okay.
I would know. All right. I've mentioned her in the podcast before, but...
Only every single one.
Yeah, and it will continue, most likely. All right, my underrated actress. It's an actress named Imogen Poots.
Poops.
You shut up, dude. Now, all right, here's the thing. This year she was in a couple movies, but the truth of the fact is that she's an incredible actress. Like, she's really good, and her moment's coming. Like, she's in, like, great performance in the film called The Look of Love, the Late Quartet. She was in Jane Eyre. She was in Centurion. You probably recognize her from 28 Weeks Later, though. She was like the main young, daughter.
Never saw it.
Oh, well, all right. She was in V for Vendetta. She was in the flashback sequence. She was...
Never saw it.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Sorry.
Okay, and then she was in Filth, which is a great movie, really underrated movie.
I did see that.
Bottom line, and she was in, like, Need for Speed and That Awkward Moment, which I actually watched and I actually enjoyed a lot, even though it was not good.
Okay.
Seeing that because I got my wisdom teeth pulled out and I was on a lot of drugs, so... But think about Imogen Poots. She's one of those actresses that even if the movie's not really that great, she's always good because she's just like one of those incredibly natural, like, presences. So she's great, and I hope she gets more roles. And when I make movies, I will cast you and everything, if you accept.
I will accept. Thank you.
But yes, Imogen Poots, check out her stuff. She's really good and really underrated.
Mm-hmm.
All right, movie time.
Fair enough. My underrated movie, which also happens to be my favorite movie of all time.
Oh, here we go.
And that movie is Sucker Punch. I'm just kidding. That movie is Youth in Revolt.
Youth in Revolt. Yeah, it's underrated. Yeah.
It's a good movie, and I know people are turned away because it's Michael Cera.
Yeah.
But he plays two characters, and they are very different from each other. Yes, one is pretty much the same, a very similar character that he plays in most movies, but the other one is not. So, just go for it. The director directed something really well. It's got really cool things. I mean, there's like claymation sequences. Well. I really like the acting in it. The cast is great. And the story's really cool, and I don't know, it's probably my favorite.
I think, like, I honestly think it's might be America. We haven't really responded well to dry humor.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, we're starting to get it, but
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it is one of my favorite soundtracks ever. The story is just basically this kid he's 16, meets another girl who's 16 at a trailer park, and he just wants to have sex with her. And that's pretty much the story. And he'll do anything to bang her. And it's amazing. I literally clapped by myself when I watched it. And I don't know. I liked it that much, and I played it again right away. And I showed it to everyone that I knew just because I liked it that much. But yeah, I don't know what to say other than I love the movie.
Yeah, and I completely. I mean, I'll never understand how much you love the movie because it's like, but I understand why you love the movie.
Yeah, and it might have been a time and a place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might have been a time and place for me because I was away from like my girlfriend at the time and stuff like that, and I don't know, it's one of those things. But even though
it may have just hit me that may have sent feminism back like 10 years, but whatever, that's not important.
May have sent what?
Feminism back 10 years.
Feminism?
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
She goes for the badass douche.
No, it's cool. No, she goes for the good guy, but wants him to be a bad. It's very different.
All right.
The funny thing is that character is like she's like a horrible person, basically. But
I haven't seen it in a long time, so
well, go watch it again, man. I think you might enjoy it.
okay.
But yeah, it's a it's a good movie.
All right.
The best. Okay, underrated.
Underrated. All right. I know you've seen this one, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't. All right. Movie called Three Women.
Mm.
Yeah.
Seen it.
Movie 1977. Starring Sissy Spacek and Shelley Duvall.
I'm so sorry, everybody.
What? Come on.
I'm just kidding.
It's directed by Robert Altman, who was in turn a underrated filmmaker, even though, he's like directed classics like MASH and Nashville and that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But don't.
Well, I'm saying, yeah.
But and honestly, I can't really tell you much about this movie except it's probably the strangest movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Wow.
And that's saying a lot.
It is.
I've seen some stuff.
Oh, we've seen some stuff.
Yeah, we have. But it's so weird because it's so, like, I guess mundane. Then you just gotta watch it. It's on Netflix. Watch it. It's my favorite Robert Altman film. It's one of my favorite films of all time. Definitely top 10. It's fantastic, and Shelley Duvall, it's her best performance, and it's incredible, and it's surreal, and it's amazing, and you should all watch it.
It was well said.
Yes.
Well, give me an overrated movie, because I don't have one.
Overrated movie. Oh, man. Social Network? Yeah, Social Network.
Alright. I like it a lot, but fair enough.
It's just a coming-of-age story filmed very well with a great soundtrack.
It does have a great soundtrack, and I don't even consider it that good of a coming-of-age story. I just consider it I like it as a business movie for whatever reason.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's Yeah, I mean, I will say that they managed to get a lot out of a movie that was called the Facebook movie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like that could have been really bad on paper.
I don't know. I just didn't get why everyone was so up about it.
Yeah, I mean, I only saw it a couple times, but I still really liked it. It introduced me to Andrew Garfield, so
yeah, he was good.
Good with that.
The acting was well done. It's just I don't think it's as good as everyone says.
I don't think it should have won Film of the Year or whatever, Best Picture, but I also don't think that King's Speech should have won Best Picture. So,
I had another really underrated movie, but I guess we'll save that.
Yeah, save it. Welcome to Luke's Independent Film Spotlight.
Oh, yeah.
Where he tells you about the latest independent film that he wants to share with you.
Films.
Take it away.
Since, it's... Alright. So I guess I'm only doing 2014 movies then.
I mean, it doesn't have to be the latest film. I'm just saying the latest one you saw, but, whatever.
Well, I'm going to do a couple.
Alright, do a couple.
It's the end of the year-ish. Alright. Let's see. Let's see actual independent films. Or lesser-known ones. So, I'm not going to count stuff like Nightcrawler and Birdman and Gone Girl, because those aren't really technically independent.
Yeah, they're more well-known.
Yeah. Alright. Best one I saw recently is a movie called Ida. Polish. It's incredible. It's seriously, it's amazing. It has some of the most beautiful cinematography I've seen all year. It's in black and white. It's in 4:3 aspect ratio. It's about sort of like it's kind of like a family road trip almost. It's about a nun before she's going to say her vows in the 60s, and it's sort of like she goes to meet her like estranged aunt, and her parents are dead, and it kind of goes back into like the history of the Holocaust, and it's really interesting, and it's really well shot, and it's sort of just like a movie that encompasses life, and it's really, honestly, it's like really beautiful and really well done. And the lead actress, like, let me see her name, is Agata Kuleza, I think. Yeah, but it's really impressive. It's on. I think it just got added to Netflix, so it's only an hour and 20 minutes. So you should definitely check it out. And the director is Paolo Palakowski, so it's an amazing film, and it's definitely one of my favorites of the year.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, and then another quick mention. Other quick mentions. Movie you should give a chance to, or two movies you should give a chance to. Nymphomaniac Volume 1 and 2, because everyone sees the trailer and it's like, oh, it's just like raunchy and a bunch of sex and it's just pointless and disgusting. But it's not. It actually is very tastefully done and actually very well done. Even though I don't even like Lars von Trier. I went into that movie fully expecting to hate it, wanting to hate it, but I was like, oh, this actually won me over. It's quite good. And then you should definitely check out The Babadook, best horror movie this year. And I'd say see Under the Skin with Scarlett Johansson. That's great.
I've heard that was good.
It's really good, dude. It's sort of like have you ever seen The Man Who Fell to Earth?
No.
Yeah, with David Bowie?
No.
Okay, well, it's kind of like that. It's very art house. The opening 10 minutes are incredible, and Scarlett Johansson's actually really good. I know some people have like reservations about her acting. She's actually a really good actress. She barely says anything in the whole movie, but it's really good and really trippy, and it depressed me for like a week.
Basically, that wraps up this episode of Reelists podcast. We would do a Q&A section, but we don't have any questions. So if you have a question for us, tweet it to us at Reelists Podcast. That's REELISTS PODCAST. Almost forgot how to spell podcast.
Yeah.
And you can do a hashtag Ask Reelists if you want to. Help us find it easier, or just tweet it to us. I'll probably find it anyway. Thanks for listening, guys. Sorry it's almost 2 hours. If you listen to the whole thing, you don't have to. I might split it up for the YouTubes. But either way, thanks for listening to us, and we hope you have a wonderful, sexy day. That's all I got.